every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Quick throw complete to Hurd. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Geno down to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Hurd. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll go to Barkley again. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They snap it to Herbert. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Herbert now. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert slant to Adams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Yeah, he's got Hurst as tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Herbert operating from the red zone. The slant connects with Davante Adams. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Herbert back to the air. Touchdown! Jamal Agnew. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Sweet. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jamal Agnew. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Play action. It's Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. On 4th down, Smith. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Come on.
On 1st down, Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Christian Kirk, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Herbert. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, 4th and long here, late second quarter. I mean, Charles, you knew that was going to be a very tough play to convert. But now, not only do you not convert it, you give up a pick 6 the other way and give the other team all the momentum.
Well, Brandon, I don't think we ever go into a game where both teams don't tell us that they plan to be aggressive in what they're doing on offense. But there's aggressive, and then there's reckless. And how about this one? In the first half of a close game, that backfired on them in a big way. Now I think they're in a position where they have to take a lot of risks in order to try and catch up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
In motion, the tight end. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones now in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready, break!
After the interception, here's Smith. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Smith. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Here we go. Set. 13. Pioneer. Check. Contact. Check. Contact.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Touchdown. John Mechie with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, it's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On second down, Swift. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on third down, Smith. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Mechie making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Herbert off of play action.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Smith.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Smith on third down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Herbert. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
19 tight.
On second and goal, Smith. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On second down, here's Barkley. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Christian Kirk. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Saints 49, Falcons 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here on target to Hurst.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the third at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Quick throw to Barkley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamal Agnew
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
You know, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close
right?
to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Barkley is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing
these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Now I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is, this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown Falcons! Saquon Barkley already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Rocky Sin there to make the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.